Well, joining me now is Ian Parmeter, research scholar with the ANU Centre for Arab and Islamic Studies. Ian, thank you as always for joining us. So what message do you think Israel is sending Iran?
I think it's a very clever message. They clearly don't want the crisis on another front to escalate, but they did send a message that they can hit the nuclear facilities with very precise targeting. Now, significantly, they didn't try to destroy the nuclear facilities. That would require a major attack because they're very well defended and they're deep underground. But what it was able to do was to take out, according to some American reporting I've seen, some of the air defences around the Natanz nuclear site, which would have sent the message to Iran that we can hit you when we choose to. At this stage, we choose not to, so we won't escalate the overall issue. At this stage, I think Netanyahu took a very sensible decision. He was under great pressure from the right-wing elements in his cabinet. Certainly one of the ministers, Itamar Ben-Gvir, had told Netanyahu literally to go berserk. And Ben-Gvir put out a tweet, I gather, saying that the response that Israel had launched against Iran had been feeble. So it didn't please him. But at the same time, it would have pleased the United States. And it also it showed that a coalition that the US was able to get together involving the British, the French, and the Jordanians, as well as some support from Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE, to actually be able to track Iranian retaliation against Israel last weekend and to enable the successful shooting down of nearly 300, or nearly 350, I should say, drones and missiles is quite remarkable. And that coalition certainly seems to be something that Israel is keen to build on.
So then, do you think the Iranian attack on Israel generated more international understanding of Israel's security situation?
I think it inevitably did. It was really quite a shock to see the television pictures of the huge number of missiles and drones headed towards Israel, and they were basically all of them were able to be shot down. It took a lot of the focus off the Gaza war, which has generated a lot of adverse publicity for Israel. And I think internationally, at least in the global north, if you like, among Western states, there was quite a degree of understanding of the security situation that Israel faces, an increased understanding. I might add that increased sympathy is very brittle. It could be lost quite quickly if there are a lot of civilian deaths in any further stages of the Gaza war. So we'll just have to wait and see how that develops. But for the moment, I think there's an understanding, a greater international understanding of the security pressures that Israel faces.
And Ian, what are the prospects, do you think, that negotiations for more hostage releases will be successful?
Well, they don't look good at the moment. Hamas is aware that a lot of international opinion has been against Israel in relation to the way it's conducted the Gaza war. I mean, even President Biden has said he thinks that Israel has conducted it in the wrong way. So it's putting very hard conditions on release of any more hostages. Rather sadly and worryingly, obviously for the families of the hostages, Israel, when asked to be able to produce 40 elderly people, women, children, said it didn't have 40 of them that it could produce. Even though this was, if I said Israel, I mean Hamas said it didn't have 40, which suggests that many of these may have died. So that is of great concern. I should think at this stage, before Israel's prepared to make any significant concessions to Hamas, it will want proof of life of the remaining hostages to see how many it actually can get released, because that will affect the negotiations. But at this stage, I think Hamas is likely to play hardball, because they will know that if they get rid of all the hostages, Israel will simply resume its campaign to eliminate Hamas. And Hamas will, I think, want to keep some of the hostages to prevent that happening.